What is up, YouTube? Today is leg day once again. Still kind of rebuilding that work capacity right now. I started that like 3 weeks ago, and then this is kind of the last week of just like hammering in high sets, compound movements, like 4 sets of a single thing for 10 reps at the very beginning, getting my body ready to move. The goal is still like explosion. I have them on a 30-degree incline ramp. I don't know what you call them, but Prime makes these like metal ones that are specific angles that are way easier than a wedge or like a plate under you. But essentially I'm just shortening the posterior chain of my body, so my calf and my hamstrings, so I can actually get like a deeper squat and then like press off the balls of my feet. So it's kind of like putting me in like an explosive motion, really getting a huge stretch in my quad, like that knees over toes principle. If you're controlling that and you have the mobility, great for hypertrophy because you're getting such a huge stretch in your quad. Also good for your knees to be strengthened in that full range of motion. So starting with that safety bar squat, I'm really sad because even doing this hurts my neck sometimes, but if I do like a back squat, my neck is cooked for like 10 days after. So going into the next session, I'll have like a migraine the whole time. So I haven't really been able to back squat. That's why I've been doing front squats and safety bar. They're also a little bit more functional, keeping my body upright into a position to like be explosive and be able to jump like I want to work towards. So not the end of the world, but starting off with this, see how heavy I can get, see how it feels. That's about it. Testing out a watch again too. I'm just curious what my heart rate is. I don't really like wearing these things because I overanalyze the data, especially the sleep shit when I'm not sleeping good. It's like your recovery score is 15 out of 100. I'm like, sick, let's get after it. So I haven't worn them in a while, but I'm gonna try it during a workout. Just I'm curious in this like hot gym on a leg day what my heart rate will get up to. It's a Garmin Forerunner because I'm a runner, track star, hybrid athlete over here. Right now in this like phase of like trying to get leaner and put on strength, I just get so bored of doing steady state cardio. So I want to start doing like circuits of shit. Like I have the rower and skier here and some shit. I have a rower at my house now and like a ball throw. So I want to like incorporate more HIIT workouts, monitoring my heart rate to like go up to like, my heart rate can get up to like 180 for a brief time and then come back down to 140, and I can like float up and down there for at least 30 minutes because I have a pretty high heart rate and be fine doing that. So I'm just going to monitor it and see if it helps me, because my goal this year is to be like big and strong, but also have like a healthier, more relaxed, calm heart rate, which probably a lot of that too is just being in a more chill state and actually relaxing, but also trying at different parts of cardio and not wanting to be on a fucking incline treadmill walk for an hour because boring as hell and I'm retired now. Heart rate hit like 180 there. I can't bitch about being tired anymore because since we left for our trip, Bradley hasn't slept through the night. And I was in the trenches with Courtney for a while, but then Bradley will just get so much more pissed if anyone other than Courtney tries to hold her. So if it's at night and I grab her from Courtney, she just starts like freaking out and reaching for Courtney. So I've been sleeping alone in the bedroom while Courtney has to go out there and sleep with Bradley. And then I like not sleeping through the night either. I'm just like, I get up and my heart's racing and I just like can't sleep at night. And I wake up like exhausted. And then Courtney's even sleeping on a chair with Bradley on her chest. In the first couple nights, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so tired. And she just looks at me and she's like, I'm like, just kidding. I'll shut my mouth right now. And then when I shut my mouth, she'll ask me like, do you sleep all right? I'm like, not really. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, babe. Like, we'll try and get your sleep better. And then she's like understanding. I'm like, there's a trick to this, boys. Keep your mouth shut. That's the secret to life when you have a baby. It's just taken me a long time to learn it. I'm a stubborn man. My body is smoked right now. I feel like I'm in prep. This is where I need to pretend I am in prep. Not be a skinny little bitch and finish the workout. Some days you just come to the gym and you're just absolutely smoked. It's hard to explain, but I just feel like my nervous system is just fried. Like high cortisol, bad sleep. Just like going. Funny, when being an Olympia prep, it's like on these days, it's just like, there's not even a thing. It's just like, you're like, I gotta fucking show up anyways, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, that famous quote, the days where you don't want to are the days that separate you from the people who don't do it, you know, and you want to be elite. And I still want to be an elite athlete, so I just gotta like maintain that mentality. Not be a skinny bitch. Fucking just drive your body into the ground. A real man. Bringing back masculinity back. People have the same problem as me on the lying leg curl. These things are so beneficial. You can get like a construction kneeling pad and put in your gym bag, or actually like a yoga pad like this. And I put it right there so my knees are on top. A, it's softer, but B, it just lifts. Like as my knee is bending like this, it lifts me up here more. So I'm getting a deeper stretch in my hamstring and I can actually get a full range of motion. Otherwise, this piece is too high relative to the pad. So my legs are straight. My legs are still bent and there's not tension on it. So just able to actually load the hamstring in the most stretched position. It's a little hack that I honestly just discovered by accident. That thing was sitting there one day and I lied on it. I was like, holy shit, that feels way better. So give it a shot. I need sodium right now. I didn't used to be a big fan of this product because it was very based off like endurance, and I like to eat a lot of sodium with my food. And then I started actually taking it intra-workout when I was sweating a lot, and it like fights my nausea, which is weird enough. I don't know if that's a common thing or not, but a kick of sodium will like fight my like nausea when I'm at the end of a workout and like feel like I'm gonna fucking throw up. Also, no artificial shit in it. There's some organic cane sugar, and people are like, oh, there's sugar in it. But, like, I'd rather some natural sugar while I'm working out. To give me a little boost of fuel. I don't know. It tastes good though. And I need salt. And sweat my ass off. I feel like last few videos I've been joking about like the words you speak and put out there, and I am a huge believer in self-talk and the way you speak to yourself really depicting the way you feel and the way you show up. I talked about the thing in the last video about not vocalizing anything like a complaint. Having a coach in that situation is very helpful because he can correct you and like try and put you in the right mindset, and that's why having a coach is so incredible. But to have the ability to allow yourself to express discomfort and then to internally have a conversation with yourself, be like, yeah, it's hot and you're tired, but you're here to finish the fucking workout. You know, like show up, put in the work, don't be a skinny bitch, do your thing, having these little ways that you talk to yourself. I remember even when I was in prep and I would be in here alone, I'd like look in the mirror. That's super fucking cheesy. But I'd be like, come on, champ. Like, let's go, champ. Like, come on. Like, talk to myself like that. Like, you're tired. Doesn't fucking matter. You're gonna do it anyway, so just do it. Stop thinking about it. Just like show up. And like, you have a goal, you're working towards something, you're here for a purpose. Like, just do it. And being able to like have a personal conversation as opposed to a coach conversation that internal dialogue, your character, yourself is what you bring around with you everywhere. So if you're able to have that conversation within yourself, I feel like you're way more resilient to discomfort and challenge than if you're relying on someone else to be telling you what to do and how to think. So coaches help, absolutely huge. I had one through my entire career, and especially into like the X's and O's of doing things. But if you can coach yourself mentally through hard times, not just suppressing feeling something shitty, but allowing that shitty feeling to come up and then to work yourself through it and get the job done anyways, that's elite. At least that was my champion mentality. Everyone does it their own way, but that was the way I operated. So still channeling that post-retirement. I'll be 70 years old and my kids will be like, I'm tired. I'll be like, champion mentality. Suck it up. He'll be like, shut up, Dad.
Some people, but not for others. Well, it's a hermetic of these therapies, right? It's pushing the body to be more resilient.
All right, so headed down to Miami for a day trip. We're gonna spend the night, but I want to get home to the family. Going to do podcast with Mr. Gary Brea, the ultimate human himself. Guy's kind of like a legend in biohacking and health and whatnot, and invited me to do the podcast. We have some affiliation through some of the peptides that I've taken. I don't know exactly what we're gonna talk about. Maybe this will just be a more chilled, laid back one. Maybe more optimally for me, I can talk about some of my health journey and be able to ask him some questions, because he's a hell of an expert and knows a lot of cool stuff. And he also has this like really crazy biohacking house. So we're gonna like do a little tour of all the gadgets and gadgets and all that stuff that he has, because eventually I would love to have something like that in my house. I love that kind of stuff. Like, been doing this like Ibu ozone therapy, having the sauna in my backyard, having a hyperbaric chamber, just a bunch of really cool stuff to like optimize health that not needed for health, but like if you have access to it and it'll make you healthier, why not do it? And even in the season of my life now, like post bodybuilding, health is my priority. Like I've said a few times recently, like I don't necessarily want to inspire people to be bodybuilders. I want to inspire them to, people drive motorcycles like crazy here. I want to inspire people to get in the gym, work out, create discipline, and live a healthier life, which is my goal now. So people like this are how you do it. So if you guys want to learn about a lot of health, he has a lot of people on about like detox of like heavy metals, mold, a lot of that kind of shit, stuff that I am dealt with in the past and I'm still dealing with, kind of mold and stuff, and a lot of gut health issues. So he's a wealth of knowledge. So if you guys ever need to dig into some stuff, definitely check him out. But we're gonna go do that podcast, and I'll give you guys a tour of his biohacking home/facility compound. I don't even know what we're getting into, but it should be dope.
Welcome to my very empty house.
I love it. Call me.
It's under renovation. What's up, brother?
So they say that only the most enlightened monks can get into a true theta state.
Yeah.
Like it's a state where you're devoid of all thought. But so this will it slowly warms up, but it has an infrared, near infrared wave, so a light wave, a sound wave, and then a pulse electromagnetic field wave. So when you combine sound, light, and magnetism, when those three frequencies harmonize, every cellular structure in the body responds. So you put on these theta wave headsets, and you'll close your eyes and you'll think like 5 minutes has gone by. Mm-hmm. And then when you open them and like look at your phone, it's been 90 minutes.
Wow.
You're like, whoa, there's no sensation of the compression. You're walking the day. I mean, yeah, this is all centrifugation, sterilization, store, IVs in here. I have a hood down here where I actually make IVs.
And this just for you?
It's me and I see one client a week here. Okay. So this is a hydrogen nano bath. And I kid you not, of all of the things that I have, I've seen the most miracles with that.
Really?
Knees, hips, shoulders, rotator cuff, low back. I kid you not, I have put people into that tub, crippled with arthritis. And they will skip out of here like they won the lottery.
Like in one.
Watch Sean Ryan's podcast. You sweat. And eventually your heart rate. This podcast. Welcome to the podcast, Chris Bumstead.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor. It's an honor to be on here. I find a lot of people who reach a high level of success are kind of potentially compensating at the beginning. And when I started to feel like maybe I was seeking a sense of belonging or validation, my journey began to become more than just like becoming a better body, but a better self. How can I use the challenge, pushing myself to new limits, to discover parts about myself I didn't know before and become a better version of myself, and to be able to grow mentally, spiritually, emotionally, relationally, along this physical journey.
You shift your focus to your health.
And then everything I was putting in my body.
Because that moment made it, threw it in your face. You're like, whoa, I'm not immortal.
I mean, coming out of that, so I still competed in that Olympia where I ended up in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Probably shouldn't have done that, but I was very stubborn and I had a journey, a goal. I wasn't going to quit on it. Especially in bodybuilding, where it is so subjective, you have no control of what the judges do. So if you're trying to beat them or do what the judges do, and then the judges switch what they want, then you're just pissed because you didn't do what you want. So you might as well just be doing it for yourself, creating the body that you are proud of, that you think is the best, and being the best version of yourself. And there's no way to continuously improve unless that's your goal.
Brother, thank you for coming on.
The privilege, and excited to learn lots more from you.
Oh, we're about to start our journey too.
For sure, yeah.
We'll report back. Maybe we'll jump back on in a few months and see how it's going.
Yeah.
And until next time, guys, that's just science.